Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. hypnotic, magical. So hypnotic, magical.
Or I should say host these two games yesterday, but the weather pushing things back here as we so frequently see up in the New England region once that college baseball season gets going. Of course, presents its own challenges. We'll be right back. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
An exciting day of action on the tap here today at Sol Gittelman Park. My name is Jack Sinclair, filling in for the JumboCast Network, your home for Jumbo Sports. And it'll be a 7-inning game one to kick off this doubleheader here today. Tufts playing Amherst in a rescheduled home game here today. Originally meant to be a road doubleheader, with the Jumbos playing two against the Mammoths yesterday. But of course, if you live in the area, you know that yesterday was far from baseball playing weather, as even the local pro teams would tell you. Red Sox, of course, postponed yesterday's game. They're playing two today as well. So weather far from ideal yesterday forced us into a pair of games today. And we'll just get right into this one. Starting lineup for the Amherst Mammoths. Leading off, number 23, and playing center field, Jack Boyle. Batting second, number 9, and playing left field, Leo Faust. The first baseman, number 24, batting third, Jack San Pedro. The third baseman, batting fourth, Tyler McCord. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Charlie Lafreniere. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 2, Justin Orridge. Batting seventh, number 3, the second baseman, Yoon Che. And rounding out the last 2 spots of the batting order, J.J. Grimes, the catcher, batting 8th, and Aiden Dubetsky batting 9th from the shortstop position. Now for the Tufts Jumbos. Leading off for the home team and playing center field, number 7, Henry Fleckner. Playing left and batting second, number 10, Ben Leonard. Playing right field and batting third, number 3, Cooper Smith. I'll run through the rest here. Batting fourth, James Henshin. Playing third, Max Pavlik batting fifth, the designated hitter. Connor Bralla, the catcher, batting sixth. AJ Lisko and Ozzie Fleischer round out the order. Connor Podeswa stands on the mound for the Jumbos. He'll face off against Jack Boyle, and he delivers a ball high and tight for the first pitch of the game. 1:34, 1 minute early. Apologies if you missed the start with the early start here, but we'll get right into it here. 1-0 from Podeswa. Gets it at the bottom part of the strike zone there to even it up. 1-1. Podeswa, a commanding presence up there on the mound. He's got a sort of Craig Kimbrell-esque approach to his windup as that one's chipped foul. 1-2 against Boyle. Mammoth center fielder comes into today with a .292 average, 17 games played. He's started all of them. We'll see if Podeswa can put him away here with the 1-2. Chipped foul. That one will bleed all the way out to the parking lot. That one skips off the roof of an SUV. And right away, we've got our first damage. We'll see if we can get our producer to put a little damage counter up in the top right for you. We'll keep a running tally. 1-2 still to Boyle. Podeswa ahead in the count here. Still the leadoff man for the Mammoths. That one driven right to McCullough at second base. Takes that one on a 2-hop and flicks it over to Lisko at first to retire Boyle. One away here for the Jumbos. Good infield defense on a quick playing field here in Medford. Solgidman Park, of course, renovated to turf about 3 years ago now. Couple seasons of turf ball under the Jumbos' belt, so they would be used to playing with the quicker surface here. Brings up Leo Faust. He takes ball 1 inside from Podeswa, the left fielder for the Mammoths. Hasn't seen as many at-bats as maybe some other batters on the lineup here for Amherst today, but he drives this one to deep left field. This one's got a lot on it. See ya later. Amherst gets on the board with a blast. Leo Faust sends it over the left field wall. Looked like a breaking ball just out over the center of the plate from Podeswa, and Leo Faust more than recognized that. Sent it a long, long way. We'll see if we can get the tape on that one for you in a bit. But in the meanwhile, Jack San Pedro comes up to the plate here. 1 away for his team here in the top of the first. The Mammoths lead 1-0. Sounds like we had 3:33 as the tail of the tape here as this one's dribbled up the left side. Henshin up and firing across the diamond to put away San Pedro. 5-3 put out there for the rookie third baseman, Brings up the cleanup hitter, Tyler McCord, playing third base today for the Mammoths. He is quite the hitter here. Nearly a .420 average, .419 on the season so far in 16 games played. He takes strike 1 on the lower outside corner. But quite the on-base merchant as well. 507 OBP. Looks at strike 2 on the inner half. Good pitch there from Podeswa to just nibble on the inner side of the plate there. Ahead 0-2 here, the senior starter for the Jumbos. That one tagged to center field. Moving out underneath it, though, is Fleckner. He will make the grab to retire the side, but the Mammoths reach the board first. A big fly from Leo Faust sees them lead the Jumbos 1-0. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first. Leading off in the bottom of the first inning for the Tufts University Jumbos, the two-sport athlete Henry Fleckner, of course, featured on the Tufts University football team in the fall, switches gears a little bit, and I'm sure it takes the wear and tear off his body a little bit here in the spring as he plays baseball. You're taking a fewer hits here on the diamond. As he faces off against E.J. Nevels, the starter for the Mammoths. His first delivery is in there for strike 1. Caught the upper half on the outer part of the plate there. So 0-1 for Fleckner here. Comes into today hitting .250 through 18 games. Takes ball 1 on the outside. Fastball blistering at 92 miles an hour. Nevels can throw flames. Just a hearsay as well. I feel like it plays a bit quicker than 92, as it looks pretty fast. Fleckner got a piece of that one, though. Fouled it off his foot, it seems. He'll take his time to get back in the box. 1-2 the count against. Amherst enters today with a 8-9 record. Same number of wins as the Jumbos, as that one is dropped in there for strike 3. A big breaking ball there to retire Fleckner. And that'll bring up Ben Leonard, one of the hotter hitters in the country to start this season, but has since slowed down a slight bit, still hitting .317 on the year with a .571 slugging. I'll take strike 1, or ball 1, excuse me. Very close pitch there from Nevels. Leonard now ahead in the count here. That one is in there for strike 1. Caught a bit more of the plate. don't have the most clear angle behind the plate here. I'm a little off to the side, so apologies if my inside-outside is a little different from what you see on the camera here as Leonard swings through that one. Not sure if he got a piece of it either way, though. He will go down in the count now, 1-2. Ooh, and that one will catch him. Luckily, Leonard wearing the extra lip to his helmet there, and I think that made the difference. Is that one caught him way up high. So the first runner of the day for the Jumbos was not how exactly you would write it up before the game starts, but they'll take it. And good to see Leonard seems to be more than okay. He went right down to first, shrugged it off like it was nothing. Cooper Smith now up to bat, the right fielder. Watches ball one miss down and away. Second offering from Nevels misses upstairs for ball two. Leonard not taking a huge lead off of first base. Strike one. 2-1 now for Cooper Smith, who himself leads the Jumbos in average with 355 to his name so far this year. That one upstairs again for ball three. We'll see what Cooper Smith does here in the first real hitters count of the day for the Jumbos. Leonard ready at first, the offering from Nevels. In there for strike two, fills up the count. Looked like an off-speed pitch there, right along the chest of Smith. Leonard now cheating a bit more towards second. He'll go as this one is popped up. Shallow center field, charging in on it was the Mammoth center fielder Boyle, and he makes the grab, lost his hat in the process, but two away now for the Jumbos. And it is a party indeed every time the freshman sensation James Henshin comes up to the plate. He's been doing damage this season, 232 average, but good number of RBI, 9 RBI to his name. We'll take strike one at the knees here from Nevels. Leonard still at first after the hit by pitch. Tufts still in search of their first hit. The 0-1 from Nevels. Another blazing fastball. This one just missed outside. If you're a Tufts hitter, you're hoping that pitch stays outside. If he finds the zone with it, that becomes a little bit more challenging. 1-1. Breaking ball, tried to drop it on the inside half, just missed. 2-1 now for Henshin. That one down in the dirt. Leonard puts his head down and runs. The throw down is in time. Ben Leonard was gunned down. A good play behind the plate by J.J. Grimes for the Mammoths. Leonard, I think, just a beat behind the ball there as he took off towards second. But either way, that'll retire the side here, 1-0 as we head into the second. Charlie Lafreniere steps into the box for the Mammoths here at the top of the second. Amherst, the visiting side here today. Game 1 of the doubleheader. They already lead 1-0. As Podeswa's first offering here finds the zone for strike one. Got some exciting sports news for you. Alexander Ovechkin sets the new NHL goal-scoring individual record, 895. That's a few, as poked foul by Lafreniere for strike two was the breaking ball from Podeswa. So now ahead in the count once again, 0-2. Trying to get the leadoff man at the plate here in the top of the second. That one just a bit too low. Ball one. That one will dribble over the head of the pitcher. Tough play made by Fleischer, though. He came up firing to first base to put away Lafreniere. One away now for the Mammoths. That will bring up Justin Orridge, the designated hitter here today for Amherst. Orridge on the year so far, a .377 average, 15 games played. Looking at about a 900 OPS. Pretty solid hitter here. Down in the, I think that's the 5 spot. Can't quite count too well, but that one will be fouled off down the first base side. 0-1. Podeswa working a bit quicker here in the second. Maybe feeling the rhythm a tad bit more. He finds the zone again. Good pitch on the bottom outside corner there. 0-2 now. And it's a good situation here that Podeswa is forcing the Amherst pitchers in. Putting them down in the count early in an at-bat, just kind of shaking them up, making them feel out of sorts. That one chipped foul off the foot of Orridge. Stays alive, 0-2. But Podeswa definitely pounds the zone. That one taken upstairs, a close pitch, but ball is the decision from the home plate umpire. 1-2 now the count. That one will go over the head of Podeswa again. This one gloved by Fleischer, firing over to first in time again. And 2 consecutive tough plays there for the shortstop. And that'll bring up Yoon Che with 2 outs now in the top of the second inning. The second baseman. That one finds the zone for strike one. Podeswa doing a great job at getting ahead in the count here through the first couple innings. That one driven directly to McCullough. He'll glove that one, flick it over to first base to retire the side. 1-0 still the score in favor of Amherst, but we'll have the Jumbos to hit in the bottom of the second coming right up. for James Henshin out there in the box as he gets to restart his at-bat after Ben Leonard was caught stealing to end the bottom of the first. Tagged first pitch to center field. That one will go over the head of Boyle. Henshin free to run. He'll round second, coming into third, diving into third with a triple. The rookie James Henshin, and the leadoff man is more than aboard for the Jumbos. Jack Boyle had to chase it down all the way to the wall after it just went over his glove. Came in on it, but it was driven by Henshin. See if I can get the exit velo for you on that one. It was tagged. Now up to bat for the Jumbos, Jesse McCullough, the second baseman. He'll look at strike one right down Broadway from Neville's. 0-2 lifted foul. Could stay in play for the third baseman. It does right in front of the Jumbos bench. 2 away. A foul out to McCord, the third baseman. Retires McCullough. And now Connor Brawla, the catcher. Excuse me, I'm off of batter now. It's Jesse McCullough up to bat here. He'll look at strike one. That one driven to the second baseman. He'll have to dive for it. Up and firing, though, in time to put away McCullough. Henshin will come home to score, though. An RBI ground out evens up the score for the Jumbos here. 1-1 in the bottom of the second. So Brawla now comes up to bat for real this time. Of course, apologies for the commentary blunder. He'll take strike one, as Neville seems to be settling in a bit more here in terms of his command. But that has come at the cost of his tempo, as he's slowed down his time between pitches here. Misses down low, 1-1. Stay in the stretch despite the clean base pass. A 1-1 to Brawla. Bouncing ground ball to the shortstop. Up and firing in time to put away the catcher. But the Jumbos even the score thanks to Henshin's drive to center field. A triple and a RBI ground out brings him around to score 1-1 after 2. We'll be right back for the third. Leading off the top of the third inning here, J.J. Grimes, the catcher for the Mammoths. Podeswa still on the bump for the Jumbos. He'll deliver strike one on the bottom outside corner. Good fastball there from the senior starter. This is down low, looking for the same spot with the breaking ball there, but just a bit too low with it. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Another one just below the zone to make it 2-1 now. It's Podeswa set and ready to fire already. A swing and a miss. A big wave at that breaking ball to even it up at 2-2. Podeswa still in search of his first strikeout of the day, but faced the minimum in the top of the second. The 2-2. Flared into right field directly at Smith. He'll settle underneath it to make the grab. One away here for Podeswa in the third. Brings up Aiden Dubetsky in the 9-hole for this Amherst team, the shortstop. Takes strike one, a good pitch on the inside part of the plate. Dubetsky, a .220 hitter through 15 games so far this season. That one driven right back at Podeswa. He'll stop it with his hip and make the play over to first. Looks like he is okay. So that one was blocked with the body there by Podeswa, but as the great pitching ninja says, pitchers are athletes too. And Podeswa proving it there, putting his body on the line to make the play. That'll bring up the top of the order for the Mammoths. Jack Boyle, he'll look at ball one, missing high and outside. The 1-0 in there for strike one, a good fastball down and away. So now Podeswa beginning his second time through the Amherst batting order. Put Boyle away with a ground out to second to lead off this ball game. And Boyle now down in the count 1-2 after Podeswa gets another strike on the outer half. The right-handed hurler with a big swing and a miss for the strikeout. That'll retire the side. And in the bottom of the third inning, due up for the Jumbos, it'll be Lisco, Fleischer, and the top of the order, Fleckner. We'll be right back here on the JumboCast Network, your home for Jumbo Sports. AJ Lisco heads into the box to lead off the bottom of the third inning. His first at-bat of the day. He comes into today with a 2.77 average, 362 slug, and a 3.93 on-base percentage. Score all tied up at 1 apiece as Neville misses upstairs for ball 1. Got word we've got a scattering of pro baseball scouts here in attendance at Sol Gittleman. Checking out this guy in particular, Neville. As I mentioned to you all at home already, this guy's throwing flames up there on the bump, although here against Lisco has yet to find the zone. 2-0 the count. That one is in there, but he took a bit off it. Makes it 2-1. One's all over the board out there in right center field. That one lifted foul towards the tennis courts, out of play. Makes it 2-2. Lisco started the season as the designated hitter. Now, more of the first baseman seems to be his role as he takes ball 3 to fill up the count here. Breaking ball down in the dirt, or the turf here, I should say, at Sol Gittleman, of course. The umpire meticulously smoothing over the turf in front of the plate there. Wouldn't want anybody to trip. Payoff pitch here for Neville against the leadoff man Lisco. Here it is. Fouled off right into the Amherst dugout. Look out, Mammoths. We'll have a pause here as that one bounced off the divider between the dugout and field and skittered all the way out to shallow right. Ball has been shagged. Count is full. Lisco is in the box and Neville is set to go here with the payoff pitch. Misses upstairs, ball 4. Lisco is aboard with the walk. So that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Ozzie Fleischer, the shortstop here today. He's got a solid 10 RBIs to his name so far this year. We'll see what he can do here with a man aboard and nobody out. E.J. Neville looking out towards center field despite the runner being on first. He fires in there for strike 1. Got the breaking ball to catch the lower inside part of the plate there. Neville, a very upright posture on the bump as he finds the zone again. And I wonder if that maybe is part of the recipe for velocity that he's got going up there. Maybe just getting that little bit of leverage from his posture as the breaking ball misses well inside. Fleischer had to duck underneath it. Was lucky to get the bat out of the way as well, as it could have been a foul ball against him instead of ball 1. Makes the count 1-2 now against Neville. And another one misses high and inside. Fleischer ducking once again. I think it's his grip, as it is a bit of a soggy day here in Medford. A bit of a soggy weekend here in Medford, I should say. Gorgeous on Friday, and we've been looking for it ever since. The 2-2 driven high to the right side of the infield, drifting foul underneath it, though, the first baseman, McCord, and he makes the catch to put one away. Lisco will stay at first, and the top of the order now up to bat for the Jumbos will be Fleckner. Went down looking his first time up. Neville's first offering to Fleckner misses just inside at the knees. It's got that big sweeping breaking ball. I'm hesitant to call it a slider, though. It doesn't really look like it's got the left or the right to left. That one chipped foul and into the parking lot again. Evens it up at 1-1. Here in the press box over to my right, maybe a sweeping curve, you could call it. I mean, maybe a slurve, right? I think that's what they call it nowadays. But I'm going to stick with the old Jerry Remy call, the breaking ball. The 1-1 misses upstairs and scampering back to first after a threatening glance from the catcher, Grimes, forces Lisco back to the bag. But now 2-1 for Fleckner. His signature turtleneck look. Neville forces the swing and miss, the velocity just blowing Fleckner away there for the 2-2. Neville's 2-2 offering popped into shallow left field, drifting back, and to his right, the shortstop, Dubetsky, and that'll put 2 away here as he makes the grab. So Neville, after allowing quite the contact to James Henshin an inning ago, has forced quite a few weak little flares out of the Jumbo's hitters here in the third. So while his velocity ball drops in there, Che had the tag as well, so Lisco must have just dived in there. Maybe did that swim move to get around the tag. Either way, though, first runner of the day in scoring position for the Jumbos. And 1-1 the count for Leonard, who drives this one into right center field. It will be caught by the diving center fielder. And Jack Boyle makes up for his mistake earlier. That retires the side and keeps a run off the board for the Jumbos. We'll have Faust, San Pedro, and McCord up to bat for the Mammoths here in the top of the fourth. We'll be right back here on JumboCast. The top of the fourth inning, just about at the halfway mark of this 7-inning game one to the doubleheader. Podeswa still on the mound and grooving strike one by Leo Faust, the leadoff man for Amherst here. Podeswa misses upstairs with the second pitch of the inning. But it has been a tale of two pitchers here today on Sol Gittleman Park, as Podeswa much more of a precision pitcher trying to hit his spots versus Nevels, who is a velocity pitcher trying to blow it by his opponent, as Podeswa hits his spot upstairs and catches the top right part of the zone there to make it 1-2. The 1-2 offering misses down in the dirt to even it up at 2-2. And Podeswa is up to 33 pitches thrown. He's thrown 11 pitches every inning. That's 37 pitches thrown now, including this at-bat. Make that 38 downstairs for ball one. And that'll fill up the count here. Podeswa has been doing a great job so far today at limiting the balls. But that one will miss downstairs, and I will take first base. Score still bag, though. Podeswa slowing down from the stretch here. First offering, driven to the left side. Henshin picks it up over to second base. McCullough gets it to first. Lisco didn't get the pick. He thought it went by him, but got enough of his glove on it to deaden the ball, and fortunately keeps the runner at first. So a fielder's choice. Lead runner retired, though, by a good play by James Henshin to come up firing to second. That'll now bring up Tyler McCord, who flew out to center field his first time up. Pickoff attempt not in time. San Pedro diving back to the bag. McCord still waiting on his first pitch as San Pedro kind of darting back and forth there, messing with the bumper buttons if you're an MLB The Show player. Going back and forth in the base pass, and Podeswa will step off the rubber. He'll reset. First offering in there for strike one. A good pitch down low in the zone. And now 0-1 against McCord. Podeswa now up to 41 pitches. But remember, this game one of the doubleheader is only scheduled for 7 innings. Of course, still a baseball game. We're going to play till there's a winner. And the score still 1-1. Should it hold, we'll play extras here. The 0-1 catches the outer half for strike two. Podeswa with another good pitch to find the paint. Really precise with his command here today. Although maybe his mix of pitches not working as well as he would hope. After being tagged for a home run back in the first, he seems to have settled in. Another pickoff attempt not in time. And of course, if you've been watching the MLB action the last week, you will maybe be taken aback by how many pickoff attempts there are in the college game. Of course, there is no restriction on how many times you can do it. So the 0-2 here is in there for strike three. Caught the outer half with the breaking ball. And none too pleased there is the Amherst third baseman, McCord. So 2 away here for Lafreniere. A right fielder comes up to bat with San Pedro still on first. Lafreniere retired by a ground out back in the second inning. Grounded out to Fleischer over at short. Very open stance here for the Mammoth hitter. And nearly caught him on the inside part of that back knee. A very inside pitch from Podeswa for ball one. Of course, take a moment to mention the great jerseys we've got on the field here today. This one flared out into right field for a base hit. Smith picks it up off the bounce and fires in, but scampering into third base, the lead runner, San Pedro, now 2 men on for a pretty potent hitter for this Mammoths team. 3-7-7. First big fly of the year, though. Podeswa gets strike one. Fastball down and away. San Pedro at third. Lafreniere at first. Lafreniere will be going on this pitch. That one will bleed through the gap between first and second, all the way to Smith and right, and the hit and run executed well by the Mammoths. Coming in to score was San Pedro. The Amherst side now leads 2-1. Here looking for the bunt. He'll pull back, but a tough play off the chest protector by Brawla allows, Orridge to run into second base. 1-0 the count here, as Podeswa gets it on the inner half to even it up at 1-1. Che grounded out to second to end the second inning. And we'll look at strike two again on the inside half. Podeswa flips it on its head to a 1-2 count now. That one lifted into right field, but going foul and off the wall, right in front of the parking lot there. Cooper Smith nearly had a play on it, but it just kept flaring away from him. 1-2. Still the count against Yoon Che. Out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. That one driven into left field. That will score a pair of runs. Close play at the plate, and I spoke too soon. They threw him out. A great toss from left field. Cuts down the second runner at the plate. But J.P. Pine out to plead his case here. Either way, though, both teams clearing the diamond. We'll see what they ultimately decide here, but Amherst seems to be taking the field to defend. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fourth in just a moment. It's going to be Smith, Henshin, and Pavlik due up here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Jumbos. Amherst now leads 3-1 after a pair of runners came around to score in the top. 1 misses outside, gets away from everyone. Tufts having a bit of a tough time through the first time through the order against Neville's, but we'll see if they can maybe figure it out a bit more in the second time. But 1-2 now the count against Henshin as the breaking ball drops in on the outer half. That one was well inside. Ball 2. Henshin staying in the box. Bouncing ground ball up the left side, gloved by the third baseman McCord, and across the diamond in time for the out. So 2 away now for Neville's. And after allowing a run back in the bottom of the second, he has tightened it up a bit. Started to find the zone a bit more and miss Jumbo's bats a bit more. First offering from Neville's in there for strike 1. The 0-1 misses downstairs. Good stop behind the plate by the catcher Grimes. Not to be confused with the pop singer of a similar name. A 1-1 from Neville's. Poked foul to the left side. No play to be made there by the left fielder, just a bit too far away. So 1-2 now the count for Max Pavlik, the star slugger for this Jumbo's team so far this season. He leads Tufts in home runs. He's got 3 to his name. Just behind him is Ben Leonard with 2, and he'll just get underneath this one to put it foul. Heads up, got some lacrosse Jumbos making their way back from the field over at Bello. The 1-2 from Neville's. He looks to retire the side here. In there for strike 3. Pavlik watched it in at the knees, and that will retire the side. No change in score after the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-1 Amherst heading into the top of the 5th. We'll be right back here on JumboCast. and Lisco due up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like E.J. Nevels will stay out there on the mound for the Mammoths. Asking for a new baseball before we go underway here. As time runs out, just a reminder, folks, only 7 innings being played here in Game 1. Tufts trails 3-1 here, but a chance to begin the march towards greatness. Jesse McCullough looks at strike 1. He went, says the first base umpire. Got the call on the appeal to make it 0-1. That one runs well inside, nearly clipped the shoulder of the second baseman, McCullough. But that'll make it 1-1. He just managed to get out of the way, keeps the at-bat alive. The 1-1, fastball outside, swing and a miss, strike 2. And Nevels seems to be going strong up there on the mound despite 56 pitches under his belt already today. Quite a bit of work for a big right-handed pitcher, missing downstairs and away for ball 2 with that one. But a hard-working pitcher nonetheless, you can tell. And you can tell just by how hard he throws. That one, breaking ball upstairs. Ball 3 fills up the count, though, for McCullough. And a payoff pitch on order here from Nevels. Chipped to the left side, but foul. McCullough stays alive. Coming in on that was the third baseman, Tyler McCord. Got his glove to it, but just to the left side of the third base bag. McCullough taking his time to get back in the box after making it all the way down to first base. He is a speedy one, and that one misses well high and outside for ball 4, so came all the way back to home just to go right back to first base, did McCullough. Brings up Connor Brawla, the catcher, who went down by ground out his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Represents the tying run at the plate here. You'll look at strike 1 on the lower outer part of the plate. Brawla, quite the hitter for the Jumbos so far this year. He's gotten into a couple home runs himself. As here's the 0-1 from Nevels. Chopped to the left side. Barehanded by McCord. He does not come up with the ball. And that allows Brawla to reach safely and McCullough to advance to second. That was a tough play, made even tougher by the barehand attempt and made even tougher still by the slightly wet conditions, maybe even greasy conditions you could call it out there on the diamond. Brings up A.J. Lisco. And he will square to bunt. Nevels gets it in the zone anyways. So Lisco pulled it back. It was a bit of a swinging bunt from Brawla in the last at-bat, but coming around to square for a much more orthodox bunt was Lisco. Swinging away this time, but only got a piece of it fouled off the backstop. Down on the count now, 0-2, the Tufts first baseman. I'll do a quick moment, perhaps of meditation, to reset here with the 0-2 incoming. A breaking ball just outside. I'm not sure exactly where that pitch missed, but it might have been a bit high as well. The 1-2, same pitch, same result, ball 2. Catcher turned around and perhaps voiced his opinion towards the home plate umpire. Either way, though, count even at 2-2, and that one runs off the leg of Lisco. And that will fill up the bases here. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. A huge opportunity here for the 9-hitter Ozzie Fleischer. Ozzie has 10 RBIs this year already. Chance to add more. First pitch swinging to the right side, drifting over the second baseman. And tagging up, thinking about it, was McCullough. He's got a lot of speed, but not enough to beat out a throw from 110 feet away. He'll scamper back to third base, and a one away here, no effect on the base runners. Top of the order now up for the Jumbos after Fleischer fouled out. Or I guess he popped out in fair territory, right on the foul line. Henry Fleckner now comes up for the 3rd time today. He's 0 for 2. But a big chance here with the bases loaded, one away. Back to the pitcher, down to home. That will retire McCullough on the force out. A 1-2. Then tried to double him up at first, but not in time. Fleckner gets in there. Oh, boy. We'll see what the Amherst Mammoths do here as they head out to the mound. Will Neville stay out there? Either way, though, a fantastic play by the tall pitcher to get that ball right back to home plate in time for the force out. And it does appear that he will be staying in the game. Amherst is charged with the mound visit. And we will resume play here with Ben Leonard, the batter, 2 away. And ducks all over the pond out there. Got the fastball just a bit outside for ball 1. Missed on the upper outside part of the strike zone there. The 1-0 flicked foul behind Sol Gittleman here, behind the press box actually as well. Evens it up at 1-1. Of course, a road day for the Tufts tennis team, so nobody to worry about. 1-2 the count now against Leonard. 2 homers, 11 RBI. Takes that one inside. It gets by the catcher. Diving in at the plate. And safe is Bralla. Wild pitch from Neville's. Slips by the catcher, Grimes. And that gives Tufts the run they needed here. 3-2 now the score, having their deficit. Still Leonard at bat, 2-2 the score. And now 2 runners in scoring position after both those trail runners advanced. Lisco at third and Fleckner out there at second. So some good speed on the base paths with a full count now. It's Ben Leonard, the payoff pitch. Wrapped down the first base line, gloved by the first baseman. He'll carry it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Tufts gets one back, though, to make it 3-2 after 5. Top of the 6th, due up for Amherst. It's Faust, San Pedro, and McCord. We'll be right back here on JumboCast. Leo Faust is the batter for the Mammoths. He looks at strike one on the outer part of the plate there. Good breaking ball. Connor Podeswa still out there to begin his 6th inning of work here in game 1. Breaking ball on the inner half, just a bit too far inside there. Evens it up 1-1. So San Pedro looking to make it another trip around the base paths here for Amherst. We'll look at strike 2 down at the knees as Podeswa grooved a fastball there on the lower part of the zone. Tufts out hit by Amherst currently, 4-2. It's been a pitching duel for the most part in this one, despite a bit higher of a scoreline than maybe you would expect to see in a pitcher's duel normally, but two talented arms up there on the mound for both teams. We've seen some highlight reel grabs now from both center fielders for both teams, and it's still only game 1 of this doubleheader today. Tyler McCord now steps into the box. 0 for 2 on the day so far. Flied out to center and struck out. And a big hack at a breaking ball for strike 1. That one drilled to left field, but hooking well foul. Plenty of distance on that one, though, to do damage had it stayed fair, but just a bit out in front of it there was McCord. Playing a good third base so far today for the Mammoths as well, but the 0-2 pitch from Podeswa here is just a bit too low, ball 1. One and two. High and outside, evens it up. 2-2, 2 away here for Podeswa. Looking to retire the side. Downstairs, ball 3. Full count now. The payoff pitch here for the inning will come from Podeswa here in a moment. Sets, fires, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets him at the plate, and the Jumbos trail 3-2 into the bottom of the 6th. Let me know when it's back. I need to save my voice. So Orridge, who is 1 for 2 in the day so far. The 2-1. Down in the dirt for ball 3. Favorable count now for Orridge. Nine RBI. That one runs inside. It came off the bat. It is in play. Hodezwa will take that one. So Grimes, the catcher, batting in the 8 spot, steps into the box as Podeswa checks the runner over at first. Yoon Che has not attempted a stolen base this year, but looks to possess some good speed out there. It seems to be more of a symptom of not getting on base too terribly. Is warming up in the Amherst bullpen. All quiet on the third base front, and we'll see who comes out for the Mammoths, or if somebody comes out for the Mammoths. Hearing that it is Jack San Pedro throwing in the bullpen, the first baseman, as a swing and a miss from Grimes sees him go down in the count 1-2. San Pedro with a triplet of saves already to his name. Two-way closer, not something you typically see in baseball, as that one is lifted into right field. Absolutely ecstatic there was J.J. Grimes as he advanced the runner to second. And that is his second hit of the season, so I can see his first hit of the season, so I can see the excitement there for Grimes. Took a little bit, but he got one. 18 at-bats led up to this one for Grimes before he got a hit. Call that the Devers start to the season. 1-0 from Podeswa. Number 24, Jack San Pedro out there on the mound in a different arm slot coming from the side. About 9 o'clock from the hitter's perspective. 0-1 after it was fouled off. Another substitute for the Mammoths, Zaccario, comes in at first base for San Pedro. That one drilled up the middle for a base hit. Just got by the outstretched glove of San Pedro. And the leadoff man is movements there. Misses inside again for movements there. Misses inside again for 2-0. Connor Brawla substituted for Pearson Cooper. Cooper takes his lead at first as missing outside and away. Or down and outside, I should say. Get me over fastball. Just barely snagged the zone. 3-1. That one poked to the opposite field, but foul. Had some good distance. Think that one ended up into the batting cages by the Tufts bullpen over there. Full count now for Lisco. First base, the tying run at second, represented by Cooper. And now the 9-hitter, Ozzie Fleischer, comes up. Nobody out. Good start to the inning here with the Jumbos' backs against the wall. Squaring to bunt was Fleischer. It goes outside for ball 1. San Pedro wanted the strike, and both Jumbos' base runners wanted to advance. I don't think anybody got what they wanted there. The 1-0. Got it back in time. And looking for the appeal from the second base umpire, and he did not award it. So 2-0 now the count. for Fleischer. Ball 3 outside. San Pedro showing a bit of command difficulties here in his relief appearance. And another get me over, just right down at the knees. Brings it to 3-1. Squaring to bunt on the 3-1. He just got a piece of it. Risky business there as it was nearly caught by the catcher, but lives to fight another day, 3-2. I think he'll swing away here. Full count, nobody out, 2 on. Poked into center field, coming in on it is Boyle. He'll settle underneath it. Thinking about tagging was Pearson Cooper, but a good throw from center keeps him at second. Nobody moves on the base pass for the Jumbos. Top of the order now, though. Henry Fleckner comes into the box. Tufts baseball head coach Brian Stark giving some signals to his base runners here from his third base coach's box. And now Fleckner ready to go against San Pedro. Swings through the first offering, held it up, but went around for strike 1. It's do or die time in the 7th and final inning here of game 1. That one runs inside the breaking ball, though. Curved in towards the zone. Still not enough. Ball 1. So 1-1, 1 away. 3-2 the score. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Maybe got just the slightest piece of it, said the umpire. Either way, count stays the same. So 1-2. Fleckner pops it up to the right side of the infield. Settling underneath it is Zaccario. Made the catch, but nearly lost his balance. 2 away for the Jumbos. And San Pedro, despite having some command difficulties here in the 7th, is 1 out away from the save. Walking around the mound like a dog about to take a nap, just circling and circling. Now finally ready to contend up against Ben Leonard, who has had a bit of a tougher day at the plate than maybe he would have liked. Looking at an 0 for 2. And it'll stay 0 for 2 as that one bounces off his front leg. Cooper Smith now up to bat with the bases loaded. Jumbos trail by 1 run. 3-2 is the score. We'll see. They're communicating signs. We'll see what Amherst does with the pitcher, though. Nobody warming up in their bullpen. So I would presume that San Pedro stays in this one, and this is nothing more than a stern talking to. Well, the Jumbos have some speed on the base paths. Pearson Cooper not making any stolen base attempts this year, but he can certainly get from one place to another with alacrity. Cooper Smith, though, will be the batter. 2 away Bases loaded, bottom of the 7th inning. It all comes down to this. The first offering from San Pedro. Just a tad bit outside for ball 1, And the check swing was held up by Smith, as confirmed by the second base umpire. 1-0, same deal. Just a bit outside for ball 2. Smith ahead in the count here. In the biggest at-bat of this game today. 2-0. In for a strike, but in and out of the catcher's mitt. Grimes had to scramble to his right to make the play there. Keeps the runner at third. Tying run stands 90 feet away. The 2-1. Driven into left center field by Cooper Smith. There's plenty of distance on it. That one will get down. Coming around third to score. And the Jumbos will walk off game 1. Cooper Smith, the man of the moment, makes it a 4-3 win for the Jumbos. What a way to cap off game 1 of today's doubleheader. For JumboCast, I've been Jack Sinclair. The winning decision goes the way of Connor Podeswa. And we'll be back with game 2 of today's doubleheader. I'll be on the mic. We'll be here on the same link you used today in just about half an hour. We'll be right back on JumboCast. Thanks for tuning in.